What's up YouTube, Shawn DaGamer here, and today, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to give you guys a quick little recap of the new Netflix Defenders show, Iron Fist. This was introducing the last character in the Defenders cast, and hopefully with, I think around June, we're going to be getting into the Defenders special on Netflix. So this was the last character. Punisher is a little side character, so I think he's coming at the end of the year, so he will be in Defenders, but his show is not going to be showing till the end of the year, which I wish we'd have got Punisher now, because Iron Fist was a little bit, contemporary. It was what we normally get from an origin story and things like that. So excuse me, if you don't really know the background of Iron Fist, here's a quick little synopsis. It's kind of like every other superhero origin story. Boy and family go on trip. They were going to like Hong Kong or like somewhere. The plane crashes in the mountains, and it was all shady underhand work from the parents' best friend and the people that he works with, or they work with, and things like that. So they set him up to be killed. Boy survives, gets saved by the monks of Konglong, where they take him to start training to become the Iron Fist. And once he does become the Iron Fist, I'm guessing like as soon as he figures out how to activate the powers at will, he leaves, goes to New York to try to find out what happened to his family. So that's pretty much the basic background of the story. There's a little bit more internal stuff as the season goes along, but the villains, there were like 3 levels of villains. You had the first villain, who I have to say now because he became a bigger part, was Ward Meacham, who was supposed to have been like the best friend of Danny Rand, the main character, along with his sister Joy Meacham. They run the company now because it was a joint company. Rand Enterprises, or whatever it is, was between the Meacham and the Rands, and it was like a 50-50 deal kind of, but the Rands had 51%, so they were trying to kill him, get him out, so the Meachams can have all of the stake. But that's just like one of the main stories. But that's like the sub-level story of the show, so it gets a little bit deeper. You get more into the hand stuff. Madame Gao gets involved. There's another character, Bukudo, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, who comes in later, and then like you said, got Madame Gao. You have Hogarth from the other shows. You have Claire Temple from the other shows. Those are like the only real ones, unless I missed something, unless Daredevil or Iron Fist or Punisher made a surprise appearance that I missed. They're like the only ones in the show that really pop up. Claire Temple is in there a little bit more, because she knows a little bit more about the hand because of working with Daredevil and things like that. So that was why I thought they could have had him to fill in some of these episodes. Well, not fill in, but show up in some of these episodes, because he knows about the hand too. But this was like a 13 episode series, and it could have been 8, to be honest. It probably would have made it a little bit tighter, feel a little bit better, and made the show a little bit better. But overall, it felt like it dragged a little bit, and they spent too much time with the corporate side of things instead of like the main thing with what the company is doing, which was a little bit more a lot more interesting than the company aspect itself. The Meachams, their dad, Harold Meacham, I swear, wasn't he a part of Jessica Jones or something like that, or am I tripping? Let's see, Harold Meacham, let's click here. But I think other than the show, unless you want me to go into details about some of the episodes and things like that, this was supposed to be their time to like really introduce Kung Fu and things like that. They did, but it just seemed a little bit off to me. Like they just did enough to know the moves, but not make it seem a little bit more realistic and stuff like that. They had a couple of like cool weapons fights and things like that, but especially the last fight really was anticlimactic. It did set up for the Defender show, but I feel like they could have did a lot more in this show, and they didn't, and that kind of disappointed me. But like I said, it's interesting. I would say if you don't know anything about Iron Fist and you're interested and want something to watch over the weekend or if you have some time to kill, yeah, you can watch it. But other than that, the show, I'll probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7. But like I said, it just felt like it could have been condensed a little bit more. They could have did a lot more with these characters, and because there was a lot of good characters like Colleen Wang. She was really, really cool. I liked her character. I thought she was going to turn evil, but we saw what if you watch the show, you'll see what happened with her character. I don't know. They did kind of like the thing in I don't. That's a spoiler. So I was going to say something about the ending of Doctor Strange and one of the end tags, but that's kind of a spoiler. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But they kind of did that with Davos and Danny Rand, and it was very interesting of how they did that in Doctor Strange. It was kind of like the same thing. So Defenders coming next. Oh my god, I just wish the show was a little bit better. Like I don't know, it just seemed where Luke Cage had that Harlem theme in the music, and Daredevil was cool because it was like this spy like ninja thing, and Jessica Jones was just like this woman dealing with problems, and it was, I don't know, this was the weakest out of the 4 right now. Punisher was even cool, and he hasn't got his own show yet, so he is the weakest character out of this so far. So hopefully he can interact. Once he starts interacting with other defenders, his character will get better, and season 2 will be better. Because season 2, like I said, if this was the origin, this was like the first movie, okay, the next one needs to be spot on perfect. So not perfect, but they you know what you need to improve on from that. So if you have watched this, there's nothing else for me to talk about, because I don't know. I don't know. It had stuff in it, but it just slow. It was just really, really slow, and that's something that these Marvels things should never be, is feeling slow. But if you have seen this, comment down below what you thought about it. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. Share this out with your friends so they can get in on the discussion as well, and subscribe if you are new here, and if you are, hit that bell button to be notified whenever a new video goes live. If you want to follow me more often and see what I'm doing more often, or interact with me more, ask me some other questions and things like that, hit me up down below on all the links. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Twitch are all down there. Facebook as well, Snapchat and all that stuff. But I think with all that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.